Hello and welcome to my channel. I wanted to introduce you to a new little series on my channel. Once a month we will look together through some coloring books of either artists or publishers that are less popular or maybe less known or maybe just underappreciated. I do not profess to discover new artists, and some of them might have been around for a while. I just want to shine a little spotlight on them. You might have some of those books, and maybe this little series will remind you of them and you will want to color in them again, which is great, right? We all need that. If you don't like the books, hopefully this video will also help you to make a decision to cross them off your shopping list. This intro will appear at the beginning of all videos in this series, and remember, we all have different preferences, and that's wonderful. That's what makes the world more interesting. So let's have a look. Hello and welcome to another installment of In Focus series. Today we will look at another underappreciated, in my humble opinion, artist, and that's Jason Hamilton. We will look at some books, of course, and even just to mix it up a little bit, we will look at some mandalas. I know, dreaded word for some of you. And just to be really nasty, I will squish the mandalas in the middle of all of the books, so there is no escaping them at all. Unless you want to speed up the video, of course, you can speed it up and pass the mandala section. But don't worry too much, I will not make you look at each and every one of the 100 mandalas. We will just look at the few. Okay, so at first, let's look at some samplers of the book I don't have, while I will tell you a little bit about this artist. So just to be very brief, Jason Hamilton is US-based artist. He was born in Egypt and traveled the world with his parents until they returned to US so he can attend high school. And his two passions are art and computers. Jason created his first book for a friend who was undergoing dialysis, and she spent long hours hooked up to dialysis machines, and she was coloring. She got bored of coloring mandalas and Zendoodly images, so Jason decided to test his drawing skills, and this is how the first book was created. So Jason said himself, that's how a middle-aged computer programmer ended up publishing a book about cats and quilts, because the two things that his friend liked most were cats and quilts. So right now on the screen you will be seeing several images from this book. You can also watch Jason's own flip-through of the book, either on his website, address will be in the box below, or it's actually uploaded on Amazon as well. So if you go to the artist profile, which again, I'll link this exact address down below, so you can see Jason's own flip-throughs of cats and quilts. I think Mermaid Fantasy, one of the mandalas, the first one. So if you want to see the entire book, that's where you can see it. And also I think Women of the World, which is another book that I don't have. You can see his flip through and his commentary, which is fantastic. And if you watch the Cats and Quilts video, you can hear the story about his friend and how the book was created, how and why the book was created, as told by Jason. So yeah, so that's actually really lovely resource that you can watch yourself on Amazon. Okay, so hopefully you have seen now some examples from Cats and Quilts. The colored pictures that you are seeing on the screens are colored in pencil by Jason. And also you will see or you have seen already the images from Santa's cats That was the second book. And Color Me Beautiful, Women of the World, which was the next book that was created. There's more books. There is 9 books altogether. So Cats and Quilts, Santa's Cats, Color Me Beautiful, Knitting, Kittens and Cats, Mermaid Fantasy, which is the one I have, Fairy Fantasy, which is another one I have, and the 3 volumes of the Art of Mandala. Art of Mandala, the original, volume 2 and volume 3. I don't have the volume 3 because it contains inspirational sayings and affirmations, and I'm not really fond of kind of writing on coloring pages. I try not to. It's not my favorite. So I've got 1 and 2. And probably let's start with that. Let's just look at a couple of mandalas. I promised I'm not gonna make you look at 100 of them because each book contains 50 mandalas. So the full flip through of the first book you can watch on Amazon, but I will show you just a few. They are very, very good quality, very handsome mandalas. This one's very beautiful. They are also quite varied, so it's not just one type. I think as far as mandalas goes, those are of excellent quality. And I would say the intermediate level, so they're not too simple, but they're not also completely intimidating. Yeah, the full flip through of this book is on Amazon. And then the volume 2, similarly, really pretty mandalas. As you can see, they're very, very nice. I really like them. And I've got lots of mandala, lots of different mandalas books, and I still think that those are one of the prettiest that I have. Very, very cool. Okay, so that's the end of mandala. Oh, this one's beautiful. I just wanted to say end of mandala section and I stopped on this one. This one is really pretty. I mean, they are pretty. Okay, so that's your end of your mandala section. So fear not, we're not going back to them, but I just wanted to tell you that if you are someone that likes mandala, those are well worth checking out. All right, and let's now look at the other books, 2 books that I have. All right, let's look at some other books that I have, which is Mermaid Fantasy and Fairy Fantasy. So let's start with mermaids, maybe. You know, I like mermaids. If you watched this channel for any length of time, probably. So let's have a look at Jason Hamilton's Mermaids. They are really well drawn. This one is one of my favorites. I really love the frame. I like when pictures or images rather are framed, but in general I like them framed, but yeah, that frame was really cool. Oh, I like this one as well, really nice. Oh, this one's beautiful as well. Oh, this is a lovely frame as well in this picture, in this one. Oh, this is so cute. This one's lovely. Another one with beautiful frame. Oh, and see, it's like a suggestion of a sparkle, so like sparkly watercolor or like imitation of glitter if you don't want to put the actual watercolor, or something sparkly would be really, really good in here. Oh, this is so cute. This one's incredibly cute. Yeah, that's cool. That's the whole mer family, if there is such thing. Well, if there are mermaids and mermen, surely there are mer family as well. Really nice. This one's very pretty. Oh, and this one, I really like this one too. Very cool. Oh, I think that's a cover image, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, that's really pretty as well. That's a cool summer image. Oh, this one's got mandala as a background, so that's interesting. I like it. Oh, this one's really cool. Mermen this time. Bonus mermaids. We've got bonus mermaids, which are postcard size. So those are the same mermaids. And what you can do is color them, cut them out, and stick them on a postcard, which is exactly what I'm going to do if I need to send a mermaid to someone. And there is always the need to send a mermaid to someone. So yeah, so that's cool. So there are not doubles in the book, in this book as such, but in a sense you've got the doubles of a smaller size that you can do whatever you want with them, but they like little images. And there are some samplers from Jason Hamilton's other books, and that's Mermaids, which is, I think, a very good mermaid book. And now we are looking at fairy fantasy, which I think is by far the best. And this book is, the mermaid fantasy is great and I love it, but this one is on another level of beautiful for me. Of course, you can have a, of course, different opinion, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, let's look at some lovely fairies. And they are lovely, and there are more of these fantastic frames that I really like. I think, oh, this one has a lovely frame. I think that's the cover image. Yep, that is the cover one. And it's beautiful. This one's one of the better ones. This one is great as well. I really like this one. I've seen this one colored on Jason Hamilton's website by him. It was really lovely. This one is extremely cute. This one's beautiful. But my favorite, oh, this one is great. This one has got a little bit of kind of stained glass or Art Nouveau style, probably more stained glass. At least the frame has. And I really like this one. This one is yet different, with a dragon and a castle. Also very pretty. There's some flower fairy. I like this one as well. Very cool. In a hammock. This one is my favorite. This is so pretty. I love this illustration. So nice. And similarly, like with the Mermaid book, there are no doubles as such, but they are the small postcard size images. I love this one. Carnival Fairy. Love it. This one's really nice as well. Love this one. This can easily be a snow queen because you can't really see, at least I can't see her wings or anything. So I'm sure it's snow fairy, but it can easily be a snow queen. I would make her like, you know, colored like snow queen. This one I like too. This is another lovely framed one. Reminds me of those kind of vintage fairy books a little bit. And this one is gorgeous. Look at that. So cool. This one is the Cuteness Overload. And we've got some bonus fairies. So that's exactly what I said. So you've got also the same images, postcard size. So you can either treat them as such, as in stick them on a, you know, card stock kind of, you know, card. I'm losing my mind right now. And send them as a postcard, or you can treat them like kind of pocket size book and just color the little images and like put them together either in a book if you want to, or cut them out. And there is like an extra fairy in here, which is slightly different, I think. I think she's got different mask. Or is it? Oh, are my eyes just playing tricks on me? I think the mask was different. Yes, it is a little bit different. Just, yeah, just a little bit different mask. And this one, I think, is that a double? I think that's a double. I think she was, yeah, she's here somewhere. Yeah. Is she different? Slightly closer, I think. It's a slightly zoomed image. Yeah. Yeah, she's a little bit zoomed, as is this one. And this one. So they are zoomed a bit. In this one. And examples from some other, although I don't know which book is that, with the dinosaur and cowboys. Or maybe those are free downloads. I'm not sure. I like this one, it's funny. And yeah, so that's fairy fantasy and mermaid fantasy. And 2 mandala books by Jason Hamilton. I definitely know that people have these books, but I haven't seen anyone color in it for a long time. So I'm just hoping that maybe this video will prompt people to reach out, find those books and color in them a little bit. I definitely will be coloring in them this month. So yeah, down below in the description box, as usual, I will put all the links to social media, to a website where you can download some free images if you want to, and also to Etsy shop. All of that will be in description below, and also link to Amazon artist profile where you can watch more Flipthroughs videos with Jason's commentary, which is well worth checking out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you shortly. Bye.